What is up, people? This is Abraham Walker with Ask A Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent. This is week 15's Northern Virginia real estate update. The week is April 5th through April 11th, 2020. Before we jump into things, last week I took a survey. Only one of you responded, and I hope that you like the response. Number one, Dad said, would love to see the individuals for Fairfax County I would be most interested, right? So let's just go over some quick numbers about Fairfax County, or really the individuals, right? And so the Northern Virginia area is made up of Alexandria City, Arlington, Fairfax City, Fairfax County, Falls Church City, Loudoun, Manassas City, Manassas Park City, and Prince William County, right? Let's look at the new listings right there. There's really not much of a change, right? So even though new listings for this year for week 15 were 785, and then for the same time period last year was 1,420, right? So that's a 44% decrease year over year. Even though that was the case, right? There's really not much change as far as what listings are coming on the market. We're not seeing any one particular area being impacted more than the rest of the region, right? So number one, Dad, I hope you like that segment, and thanks for your feedback. There are a couple ways you can support this channel. You can thumbs up if you learned something new, if you like the content, or you can comment down below. Would love to hear what questions you have that have been triggered by this information. You can also subscribe. And then the last way, and the most important way, is I'm a real estate agent. So if you know of anybody that's looking to buy a home, sell a home, and invest in real estate in the Northern Virginia area, please reach out to me. All right, so before we jump into the numbers, I made a little discovery, and I'm going to try to explain it to you as best as I can. We've already kind of talked about this principle a couple weeks ago, that the way the market works is it's like this timeline, right? So at the end of the timeline, we have sold, and then at the beginning of the timeline, we have new listings, right? Okay, and then somewhere somebody decides to put the house on the contract, right? And then we have that completed transaction, right? So the way I look at it is there's two pies, right? Or there's two pools. One of them is the active inventory, right? So this is like the market the way I see it, right? So this is the market. This is the market right here. Now, the market consists of new listings, right, coming on the market, and then pendings. So this is coming into the market, and then we have pendings coming out of the market, right? So this active market is constantly going in and going out, going in and going out, right? Well, now that we have withdrawn data, right? So withdrawn listings. So we have sellers that are taking their houses off the market. This pie is actually getting smaller. Usually we see when we look at the new listings and the pending listings, when we're comparing these numbers year over year, usually we see 70 to 80% of the new listings stay in the market, right? And so that means that of this pie right here, usually we have, what's the difference between this? So this 20 to 30% go into this active listing, right, inventory, right? Because this piece right here actually exit the market, okay? So stay with me here, stay with me. So usually we're seeing 20 to 30%, this active inventory is increasing, right? And then buyers are consuming this inventory through pendings, right? Well, last week, something very interesting happened. This percentage right here, which is usually 20 to 30%, it actually decreased to 5%, right? So that means that we have, and you'll see this in the numbers, is that the year-over-year change, our new listings are dropping. It dropped this week 44% compared to year over year, right? 44%. Well, pendings dropped 36% year over year. But since we have this increase of withdrawn listings going from 2 last year to 107 this year, is actually constricting the market, right? So like now there's even less inventory on the market. What does this mean? Well, let's first of all record the numbers in case you're tracking along and you're one of my viewers that watches on a regular basis. Year-over-year numbers for new listings, like I already mentioned, we're down 44.7%, down 33.7% on the pendings, and then for this is 19 and this is 2020. So same time last year we had 2 withdrawn listings. This year we have 107. Now week over week numbers, and the reason why we track week over week numbers, we're looking for a pattern. What should happen is when the virus, when the coronavirus, the stay-at-home orders are lifted, we should start to see the new listings creep up, and we also should start to see pendings also start to creep up, right? And so we're still seeing some downward pressure week over week, and so we'll continue to track that. Now, new listings week over week have not changed. They were 641 last week. They're 641 this week. And the withdrawn listings decreased slightly by 3.6%. So that means that week over week, withdrawn listings decrease just slightly. So what does this mean for buyers? Well, buyers, sad to say that this is still, you're going to have a lot of competition, right? If you're in the market right now, there's a lot of competition because the inventory, remember, the available inventory right here has shrunk, and it's shrinking even more than it usually shrinks, right? So last year we had a seller's market. Now we're going into an even more challenging seller's market for buyers if you're on the buy side, right? On the sales side, this is great because this means that prices are going to stay up, right? So sales prices should stay up. We should also see that days on market also stay down because of this information, because there's not that much inventory. Now, I will say that the problem that a very tight seller's market provides us is that sellers who typically would buy in the same market, right? They would typically buy in the same market. There won't be much inventory for them to purchase. Now, this is a bonus tip. This is a pro move. If you are in the market for a property, right? Remember, these withdrawn listings, they're coming off the market, but they're not necessarily off the market. They're still under contract. So if you're working with a buyer's agent or if you're looking for a buyer's agent, we can assist you with placing offers on these withdrawn listings, right? Because we already know that these individuals, they would sell if they could sell. We just don't know why they took the houses on the market, off the market. Okay, lastly, what does this mean? What does this data mean for investors, right? So this is a new segment of the show. What does this mean for investors? Well, investors, this means that you're probably going to still stay on the sideline until the uncertainty in the market has played out, right? Because as you can see, the prices are still going to stay high. The days on market are still going to stay low. So that means that you're going to still pay a premium for any property that you purchase at this time. If you're looking at the data yourself, right, what do you see? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.